Hello, Mark here. This video I'm going to explain how to install a torsion style spring and cover into the ATV tuner driven. First off, all the units that we ship from here from the date will have a hole drilled into the fixed sheave, and you can see that position so you can see it. You'll see this hole right here, and you want to drill that hole approximately 1/64 over a quarter inch. I'm not sure of that number off the top of my head, but you want it right in line with the spoke. See the spoke right here? It comes straight down and it's right flush with the edge of this aluminum wall right here, and then you'll see it borders right on the side of the steel hub, which is the center post. But you can do that in a drill press. I suggest center punching it, set up a drill press and drill that out, and drill it straight through, right to the other side. See? So that's the first modification you have to do if you're adding the torsional to an existing secondary that you have that has a compression spring. Alright, moving on. Alright, the best way to install this thing, it's kind of tricky, and I'm sure this is going to settle a few phone calls doing this video, but first of all, here's what we send you. We send you a wrench. Okay, it's a spanner wrench. This wrench fits into the cover that we send you. You'll see two pins right here on the back side. Those two pinholes line up with these two holes in the cover. You'll see they only fit one way. Now when you do this, you want to make sure these holes line up with the counterbore holes, or I'm sorry, the clearance holes for the screws that go into the helix here. You can see I've got this position so it does not. So we flip it 180 degrees and you'll see that the holes line up. The reason we do that is so that when you wind the spring and get it down here on top of the helix, when you get into position, what you're going to do is you're going to be twisting this thing, okay? And when you get that in position, you can take your screw and put it right straight through the cover in the hole in the spanner tool and secure it. Okay, just try making things easier. Alright, so you get a tool, you get a cover for the torsion spring. You'll get 3 longer screws, socket head cap screws, and you're going to get a little spacer that drops right on top. So let me see if you see this. You can see the taper. The small end of the taper faces up, and what that does is it locates the spring in the center of the helix when it winds. Okay. And of course a spring, if you order it, comes with a kit. So now to install this, the simplest way to do this is to use I use a piece of duct tape, or a roll of duct tape. Put it underneath the driven. That way it pushes the two sheaves together. Okay, because you're going to be applying pressure down on top of this thing and twisting. Okay, so first thing we want to do is, if you'll notice that the spring, the tangs are in line. Okay, if you look right down the edge there, you'll see that they are in line. So we're going to locate that down inside here with the tang inside the hole that was pre-drilled, or that you drilled yourself. Okay. Now the other tang, this end here, goes into one of these 7 holes. Okay. This hole here, if this thing's facing you, this hole to your left is always the weakest position. This hole to the right is going to be the strongest, most wound position. For most setups, we like to set them in the center, maybe the third to the, we'll call it the 1, 2, 3, 4th hole, or the 3rd hole. Okay. In this video, I'm going to set it in the 3rd hole. It makes it a little easier for me to put it down and then secure it. I might need another pair of hands to do this. We're going to try it. So, of course, slip the spring, tang it in the 3rd hole. See how it fits in the back side. Line that up with the hole in the fixed sheave down here. And now it's secured. And then the trick is take your tool, of course lining it properly so that you can access the screw holes. And I'm going to turn this so that I can get a good look at it. And you'll see that you'll have to twist. Well, if I can get a good look. See how you have to twist these holes to line up with those holes in the helix down here. See this? Where my thumb's at? This hole here has to line up with that hole. And that creates more force by twisting. Right, so the key here, do it a couple times to figure it out, but is to apply pressure down, push this thing right down around the boss, push the bushing, slip it right on over, and get it down there as close to helix as you can. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to twist it. Twist it till the hole lines up, which I'm seeing right now. Get my own wrench here. See, apply the cone force. Install the screw. And I'm using my leg here to support this handle here to keep it twisted. And then I'll secure this one screw all the way down, pretty snug. And now I can install my other 3 screws. And of course put a little pressure on it, the handle, so that the screws aren't binding in the holes. I got one more screw to go. And I probably won't even need the handle at this point. And I don't. Now they're snug. I'll go ahead and tighten them. That's it. You have now successfully installed your Torsion spring, and we converted this compression unit into a torsion unit instead of a compression unit. So that's the end of this video. Thanks for stopping by.